Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier, and today on the Piracy Show, we're going to look at the Vanguard and the Vanguard variants and their applications, theoretically, in criminal pursuits within the Star Citizen universe. So let's go ahead, look at the ships, break them down, and see what we think of their stat. Now, here we have them, the Vanguard Warden, which is the traditional Vanguard. We also have the Vanguard Sentinel down to our lower right, and the Vanguard Harbinger down to the lower left. So the first thing we're going to do, once again, is we're going to break them down by stats, and then do a little bit of a comparison and see, what the various features of the ships are from a stat point of view. Now, the Vanguard Warden has 4 times size 2 fixed guns in the nose, a 1 times size 5, which is currently filled with a size 4 at this point, 2 times size 2 turret guns, 2 times size 2 missile slots with 2 missiles each, making for 4 missiles, and the ship itself weighs 45,000 kilograms, which puts it, as far as weight goes, right in sort of the middle of all of the 3 Vanguard variants. Next is the Vanguard Sentinel. Now the Vanguard Sentinel also has 4 times size 2 fixed guns in the nose, 1 times size 5 fixed gun in the nose as well. And now you also have 2 size 3 missile racks with 2 missiles apiece. However, it should be noted that in the description of the ship it carries decoy missiles, so it's not exactly clear if you can put regular missiles in these racks or if this is where your decoy missiles are used. The ship also weighs 40,000 kilograms, which is 5,000 less than the standard Vanguard Warden, but also the turret seems to be fitted with equipment rather than guns, so you don't have the benefit of 2 size 2 guns in the top turret. Now lastly, with the Vanguard Harbinger, you have 4 times size 2 fixed guns in the nose, along with a 1 times size 5 fixed gun. You also have 2 times size 2 missile racks with 2 missiles apiece, making 4 missiles. You have 2 size 3 missile racks with 1 missile apiece for 2 size 3 missiles. And you also have 1 size 2 torpedo bay with 3 torpedoes. In total, the ship also weighs 52,000 kilograms, being the heaviest of the 3 Vanguard variants. So really, with these 3 ships, from a piracy perspective, I mean, you have electronic warfare, you have hitting power, and you have a generalized fighter, all that have long range. With the Sentinel, conceivably, you also have the addition of electronic warfare, but all 3 were described as having, or at least the original ship was described as having very good sensors. So you have search and destroy capability in all 3 ships, conceivably. I mean, it's just Pirate Christmas. If you can go around with these ships and actually cherry pick your targets and go for the vulnerable ships, whether they be NPC or player, I mean, is irrelevant. I mean, if you can go out and you can take, larger ships, like just say freelancers or constellations, and just take them down. I mean, in the flavor text for the Sentinel, it says a group of these things, took down a battle cruiser. Now, it doesn't say how many it took to do that, but it's still important because it lets you know that these things can seriously, they can be seriously dangerous. I mean, at least the intention is that they will be dangerous. Now, of course, it's one thing to just blow something up, but I mean, as a pirate, you have to make a profit. And so chances are, if you have, say, like a mixed squadron of these kind of roaming around, you're probably going to need a couple of reclaimers and a couple of caterpillars following behind you to take the cargo, to take, possibly take the ship, or to strip the ship of its components. And then once they move in on, the wreck or the ship in whatever condition it's in, to take advantage and make money off of it, well, then they're exposed, so you've got to have a few guys stick around to run interference. So, I mean, it would be very much sort of like the old, in a way, sort of like the old roaming ops of EVE Online, and you would have to kind of get together, and it would be almost sort of the equivalent for a WoW player of Raid Night, when you would go out in a large group, and you would kind of hunt you would hunt things down and work together as a team, make some money, and then call it a night whenever you wanted to. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool gameplay elements in there. Concerns? Well, how well will it deal with fighters? We don't know. We have no idea how well it's going to deal with fighters. We can sit there and we can theory craft, but the truth is, I mean, the big dangers for this ship are probably going to be the Cartual and the Super Hornet. Now, singularly, probably not all that dangerous, but in a group, possibly very dangerous. So there's a lot that we still don't know, and until we get into the PU, or at least the PU Alpha or Beta, we really can't speak in those terms. But I would say that honestly, this is an extremely promising ship from a piracy point of view. I think that it could conceivably be the go-to fighter for pirates, in that it also has, that inherent range that kind of lets you go where you want, and it also has the sensors to let you cherry pick your targets. And I think that that's very valuable. Now, however you're going to have to organize it so that you can take advantage of those targets once you take it down, that remains to be seen. But it does look very, very promising. So overall, yes, I do own a Vanguard, and I am going to be keeping it, and there is going to definitely be some Vanguard videos once this thing is flyable and once this thing is in the hangar on my channel. I support the Vanguard. I support the Vanguard. I own one, but I'm not quite going to upgrade my Vanguard yet. I'm going to hold back on that, and I'm going to wait and see what exactly is offered and what the differences are. I want that to be a little bit more fleshed out, and the upgrade kits don't exactly come with LTI, and since I already have an LTI Vanguard, there's no real conceivable reason for me to upgrade, because I can simply buy an upgrade kit in the PU and then make the changes then. So I'm just going to stick with the standard Vanguard for now, and then in the future I will make some changes, conceivably, because I think that for me the Sentinel is a very promising ship, and I love the idea of electronic warfare. The only real issue that I have, apart from the fighters, once again, is this is a two-man ship, as a lot of the really strong ships seem to be right now in the PU. I mean, the Super Hornet is a two-man ship. This is a two-man ship. The Herald, which looks very promising as well as an electronic warfare platform, is also a two-person ship. And the Car-2, which is a fighter that I'm very bullish on and I'm very excited to see, is also a two-person ship. The problem is, where are you going to find the other person to run those systems? Now, we've already heard that NPCs operating these systems will not be as optimal as having players run these systems. So once again, my big concern is, now, where am I going to find someone who just more or less decides, I really don't want to fly, I just want to run the ship systems. I'm going to have to find someone like that and find someone reliable that I can work with on a regular basis. But overall, still very excited to see this ship, even more excited now, and definitely thinking about a Sentinel upgrade in the future. So overall, I like it. I think that it is a very, very good ship for piracy, and not just for piracy. I mean, if you're running a merc organization and you want to go out there and hunt the Van Duel, well, if you've got a group of these ships, which according to the flavor text took down a battle cruiser, that's a lot of hitting power, and that's a lot of potential. Once again, there's some things that we got to wait and see in the PU, but for right now, it looks very, very strong. So I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to say that that's my opinion, that this looks like a very, very strong ship for piracy with a lot of potential. And yeah, it's something that I think even in the general PU, I mean, this is looking like it could be the next Super Hornet. In terms of that bracket of medium ships and up, Freelancers, Connies, Redeemers, up to almost capitals, this could be like the Super Hornet of that bracket of ships. Right now it looks that way. So I'm gonna say that this is probably going to be one of the stronger ships in the PU once this ship is out and flyable. But once again, that is just my opinion. But I mean, I can also back my opinion with the fact that I do own a Vanguard, and so I've put my money where my mouth is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and you want to see more, you can click these links here to go to last week's episodes of the Piracy Show or ship updates. Thanks for watching.